Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. Today we have our final episode of the Turbo EK hatchback. I have been waiting for this for a long time, so I'm very excited to bring you this content. A lot of little stuff. Most of the big things are all finished. So for today, we're gonna get a new hanger and a new fuel pump down into the fuel tank. We got to redo all the fuel lines, return and feed. Finalize all the intercooler. We got to make some brackets for that, intercooler piping, so on and so forth. So yeah, a lot of little things that definitely add up to a lot. So we do have a lot of work to be done. Our goal is to hopefully have it done by the end of the week so we can get it tuned for next week. And as always, like the video and subscribe to the channel. You guys aren't going to want to miss this. All right, got the new RSX shifter here. Flex fuel sensor, 8 AN fittings, got some new fuel lines, all the goodies, all the fittings, and then we went with a Quantum 525 Hellcat fuel pump with a new hanger. Gonna install that right now.
Let's not forget our favorite drink.
And of course, keeps Mike going. All right, got everything disconnected already. Gonna take off old hanger and fuel pump out for the new one. Pump is all bolted down. Now it's time to do all the fuel lines beneath the car. All right, old shifter is out. Time to install this guy. And we also got the old fuel lines out and dropped. About to put in the new fuel lines here in just a moment. We did manage to replace all these fuel lines all the way up, tucked under there into the tank. So we have 8 AN and then 6 AN lines. These are great for handling ethanol, as opposed to the stock fuel system that'll kind of eat away at those fuel lines. So this should be a very good upgrade. And now we can go flex fuel and do E85 or pump gas. Right, just finished notching the bumper so that intercooler can fit right behind the crash bar. So then that crash bar can still be mounted over there and over here, and then tuck that intercooler right behind it. All right, so intercooler is officially mounted, and we were able to fit it behind the crash bar quite well. I need to get some more hardware for this on the other side, and I'm gonna cut these off to clean it up a little bit, but nonetheless, the mounting for this thing turned out great for keeping this crash bar. We got most of the intercooler piping started over here. I need to go get a coupler for this, 3.5 to a 2.5 inch there. And then we'll start putting the turbo back on and the rest of this piping here, but she's coming along. We'll be able to put the headlights and bumper on very soon. And I did decide to go with an upgraded K-Tune shifter. This thing is gonna be gangster compared to the one that I have in there. I think the other one that's in there is just a generic shifter for a K-swap, so not bad, but this one is going to be much better. All right, we got the wiring harness all back in. We'll get that all cleaned up and tucked away once everything else is in there. And we got kind of lucky. The wiring harness ended up working with these bigger injectors. We didn't have to make new tabs, so that was a win. She She's coming along. It's looking great. Right, got the rest of that intercooler piping on there. You can see how it fits through here. And we've got this coupler we didn't have yesterday. We also had to replace this other coupler that came with the kit. Didn't quite fit, so this one was a little bit longer, which was more ideal. And can't really see, we do have the down pipe on right there on the right. We're about to take that off though. We do have to wrap it with a heat wrap just so it protects it from like any surrounding turbo lines, so doesn't mess those up.
It looks like a turbo car.
It does look like a turbo car. So exciting, man. I can't wait to drive it. All right, and we got that downpipe heat wrapped right there in order to protect it from the oil feed line, and Mike is messing with the oil return line.
I'm dropping
That
stuff.
downpipe will be going down right down there, so we just want to protect it so it doesn't damage those lines. And also got the headlights installed. Sheesh. Starting to look like a car. Almost forgot what the front end on this thing looked like. And rims and tires very soon. And I did get a new little front grille. Got that painted at the same time. Looking clean. Got the seats out. And I decided to remove this carpet because it's in such bad condition. No real reason in keeping it. It's technically still a street car, but certainly heading to a full-on track car, so I'm gonna take it all out. Carpet has been taken out. As you can see, if you didn't already notice, this car was very much red before getting it painted. Yeah, next to come are the new bucket seats, but we gotta mount the brackets to the seats first. So Mike got our fuel pressure regulator installed and is already connected to our flex fuel sensor, which is right here. All right, harness bar is installed. Ready to go. Gonna get the brackets mounted to the seats, and those will be coming next. And I did get a little turbo protector here so nothing gets sucked into that bad boy. Long term, I'd like to get a bigger filter, but that will certainly do for now. And we have our 44mm wastegate. Comes with an 11-pound spring and a 22-pound spring. These springs are right here. If you combine the springs, it will equal 33 psi. Got this downpipe attached to the wastegate. How that works is this will attach to the manifold and that shoots straight out the bottom of the car. All right, so we had to clock the turbo, so we turned it up just a hair because that blue fitting down there was hitting the wastegate, which goes right here. So we had to order another fitting. We're gonna have to do a 90-degree fitting. So this oil line can kind of be underneath as opposed to running right into the wastegate. So, a couple issues, but no big deal. Right, got our K-Tune shifter mounted there. Next, we have to connect the shifter cables to the transmission, to the shifter as well, and we'll be good to go. And we did go with this VP Racing, the coolant improver. We live in Arizona and it gets hot here, especially during the summer, so this stuff is important. we did choose a brand new valve cover from Jack Spania to go with our turbo kit and a lot of other parts on the car. Needed these little fittings for our turbo lines, so since the other one was pretty messed up, I figured it was time to upgrade, and this one has everything we need. It's ready to go, and surprise, surprise, our rims and tires are on. Did go with some 16x8 rims. These are Accelera 651 tires, pretty good street tires, but definitely needed a little bit more meat for this turbo car so I get some kind of traction on the street. I'm sure I'll still be spinning them, but nonetheless, at least with a little bit wider tire, these will make a big difference. But she is looking good. Rims and tires are officially on.
It makes it easier so the line is more straight. Yeah, don't worry about it, dude. Yeah. You bought breakfast. I'm straight.
I'll keep it coming. Hey, there's Red Bull in the bag there if you want.
Oh, save that. Save that for tomorrow.
Yeah, I was about to say, probably not today. So I'll not some sleep since you're not feeling good, but
I need to stop looking at these FK8s because they're calling me.
I don't even look at them anymore because it just opens that Pandora's box that you can't close. Like, but they're so nice. This one's on sale.
They're cheaper in Cali. I don't know why. They're cheaper in California. Out here, you can't even touch one for no less than like 40 grand, maybe 35 grand. I mean, once in a while you'll see some for 25, ones that are salvage.
That's cheap.
Dude, I've seen Evo 8s and I've seen a bunch of Evo 8s in Cali for 15 grand, 18 grand.
I mean, because I think the S2000s are more expensive out in Cali.
Yes, they are.
And that's why that one dude came from California and bought my S2000. So I certainly wouldn't mind having another one down the line.
Buddy of mine, he has an FL5 and an S2000. He's doing.
For him,
He's doing pretty well.
Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for this week's video. In the next video, we will have the first start of the EK hatch as well as the dyno tune. So put down in the comments what kind of wheel horsepower you think she's gonna make. And as always, I will leave you with this. Legends are not defined by their successes. They are defined by how quickly they bounce back from their failures. Guys, have a wonderful week. Can't wait to see you in the next one.